70% plus games, so we're hoping to keep the ball rolling. The game we're playing tonight is the Thursday night Hart House Bridge Club game. Um, if you managed to tune into my last stream, you might have noticed some audio problems. These should be resolved today, so you should hear me loud and clear, and I should hear everything else loud and clear too. Um, I'm playing with Alad as usual. We're playing our precision system. Now, since Tuesday, we've published our system notes. So they're on a website somewhere. Um, I'll put a link in the chat if I can find them. And hopefully uh, we'll follow them and not do anything too wild here. So we're getting started here. I'm going to let Alad do all of the talking here at the start of the round. But for now, I'm just going to start bidding. Mm. Ah, that's too bad. We've been playing $1 games so far, so looks like the price has gone up. Makes sense given. Definitely doesn't make sense at all. Definitely not. Greet others in a friendly manner prior to start of play. Hello, we come in peace. So Alad's got a double here. Um, if it comes around to me, obviously I'm not passing. Um, I'll take it as a compliment, but it's good to be nice to the opponents too. So I should have bid and then alerted. So I am going to go Liebensal here and correct 3 clubs to 3 diamonds. If Alad decides not to bid, uh, okay, so he actually has a very strong hand here. Him going 3 spades indicates a hand that is very strong. Unfortunately, um, I I'm too strong, I think, to pass here, but I don't want to raise his spades. So I'm going to go 4 diamonds, and hopefully he won't pass that. It's not a great suit. I could also try 4 spades on the 5-2 fit. 3 no trump, unfortunately, without a heart stopper, I can't abide by. So what I'm going to do, probably just bid 4 spades, have him play what's likely a 5-2 fit, and then we'll see. That probably will play as well as 5 of a minor, maybe a trick worse, but then it should be okay. So fortunately, you started with 6 spades, and partner doesn't have a heart stopper. Yeah, I could have had 0 points for my Leventhal bid, um, and so having 7, I definitely need to make another bid when he's showing all these extras. Uh, how's this contract going to turn out? So he's lost 1 heart trick. He's probably going to lose 1 spade trick to the offside king of spades, and he has to lose a diamond to the ace. The question is, can he avoid a second spade loser, which is likely, and if he can avoid any spade losers, he's golden. But I don't know how he wants to play the spades. And then if he's managed to hold spade losers to exactly 1, how is he going to play the diamonds? Because there's a couple ways he could try the diamonds. So he could try knocking out the ace and then playing for some kind of club squeeze. Um, or he could try playing a diamond up and then ducking a diamond around. Looks like Alad's going to try hooking the spades. So the first hook, we'll see if that works. So it didn't. If it had worked, Alad would have had another decision to make, whether to play the ace of spades dropping the king, or to cross back to another club and take another spade finesse. Here with the spade hook offside, um, so West did a tricky thing not covering the 10 of clubs. But that jack of clubs there is a hint to me that probably uh, either West is out of clubs at this point or West has exactly 1 more clubs. West wouldn't switch to the jack, I think, from a holding of 3 clubs there, but it's possible. So Unfortunately, Alad unavoidably has to lose the 10 of spades, so he's going down here. So that's an unfortunate turn of events with two spade losers you can't avoid, and an ace of hearts and an ace of diamonds. There's no way to avoid a diamond loser here, so that's it. With a West flying ace, there's not going to be a second diamond loser, so this will be down one. Unless I've lost track of the 10 of spades. I don't think I did. No. So we take our winners and wait for West to rough it. Had West actually, I think, waited to rough in, or rather not flown ace of diamonds, Alad could have gone down two there. I think probably double dummy, it's down one, but maybe it's down two. Just looking here, the double dummy, it is down two if they're able to cash their red suit winners. Or I think this result might be because of finding a red suit rough. But four spades is absolutely the right contract. Everybody should be there. I don't feel bad about bidding to it, even if it doesn't get us match points in the end. Three board rounds. Oh, that's a blessing. The two board rounds have been very tight lately, so I'm looking forward to some more patient bridge. So if it comes around to me in third seed, I have to decide if I want to compete. So my bid would probably be spades and a minor, two diamond, two spades. But West is raising to two no trump, and I have no reason to come in at the three level. So yeah, Alad's hand was, I would say, about a normal two spades overcall. Um, had he overcalled two spades, we wouldn't have been in game. But that doesn't make game the wrong spot. Game is probably the right spot there, with the good diamond fit, the good spade fit, the good club situation, and only one heart loser. It was just very unlucky that there were two spade losers that were unavoidable. So this is a very curious auction. I assume the opponents are playing a strong no trump system. East has corrected to three hearts over two no trump, which I think is a natural invitational bid. Uh, I could jump in at the three level here, but that seems risky. And if they're bidding like this, there's a good chance that they've had some kind of miscommunication. They might have ended up in the right spot, but I have no way of knowing that, so it's safer to pass here. And you can see West's bid with a sort of a natural two no trump raise. Though I think uh, most people with a good five card suit, well, not a good five card suit, but a five card suit headed by the ace, king, queen, small of clubs would just blast a three no trump. So Al is leading the 10 of clubs here. We play that that promises the jack. And he wouldn't be leading that from ace jack 10. He could have king jack 10. The question is, do I want to encourage here? And I don't think I do because I don't really like the suit. If he has the ace, would he lead that holding the ace? He wouldn't. But this will get covered by the ace. So I'm going to encourage anyway because the ace is going to win the trick. And I know Allen has the jack. So he'll understand that my low high is indicating a doubleton. Even if he probably won't get in again. Well, he might. There's 9 in dummy, probably 16 in declarer. I have 11, so that's at most 4 for Allen. I'm hoping to hit partner with the Queen of Spades here. If he has the Queen of Spades and East plays the Jack or something, then maybe we could earn something there. But East seems to have smartly played the King. Now, Alid will likely encourage with the Queen, so if he has the three, he'll play it. If he has the Queen as well. The Jack of Spades is a curious card. Now, the Queen of Diamonds, I have King Jack 10-9. I'm not worried at all about the diamond situation. Um, I think if we're due any tricks in spades, uh, we might as well let the opponents play the suit. I think there's no harm in just playing clubs right now and removing one of the entries to dummy. More passive defense could have let Declaris set up diamonds, say. But here, there's not enough entries left to set up the diamond suit. So he did have Queen Jack. I have no reason not to overtake and play my 10. So is East going to rough in? If East roughs in, then East bid one no trump with two doubletons. But I mean, with the king and queen and those doubletons, you can't really cast too many aspersions. The question is the club suit. So in that trick, Alid is still holding on to that jack of clubs. I think he's going to win the last trick with the jack of clubs, and we're going to beat the contract. No, he just discarded the jack. Oh no, he has a trump. Okay, we're good. So down one should be pretty good. Um, as you can see from the hand here, the 1-0 trump bid was a little bit off shape. I don't exactly agree with it because it's easy to just open one heart and then bid two clubs. Uh, but three hearts, well, it didn't end up being a great spot because hearts were 4-2, and there's a couple of unavoidable heart losers along with the ace of spades, the king of diamonds. And I think we managed to get one more on top of that. But one, two, three, four. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so next hand. The double dummy result, by the way, is making. So yeah, my quick analysis is right. There's four losers. I have a tough choice over a three clubs preempt. First seat, non-vulnerable. But I can't bid anything. I have to pass. My hand's good, but it's not a game force, and I have to trust partner. Fortunately, he has his bit. So that's a nice club suit. Hopefully, it'll be one loser. Correcting to spades wouldn't have been terrible just because partner has the jack, but if he didn't have that card, then spades would have been a disaster. Let's quickly look at the other tables there. Getting a plus score there seemed to be where the break point was because we managed to beat three hearts. We got a lot of match points there. Had it made, they would have had a top board. So three hearts probably, or hearts is the right spot for them. I'm glad that they didn't give me the chance to compete to two spades because most people are down in two spades. But we got three hearts down for a good board. And then on the first board, um, it looks to be about an average board, going to four spades and going down one, just because a couple people stopped short of game. But the other way, they're making four hearts. So it looks like East underbid with the two hearts bid on this board. East has a very good seven card suit and should be opening three hearts or four hearts all day long. Two hearts is an underbid. And if that happened, Alid would overcall and +1 spades. So I think a likely auction is three hearts, three spades, pass, and then I'm in a tough spot. I think that I'm likely to pass three spades if that were to happen. But of course, some people are down at three spades. Meanwhile, back to this hand, which I've been totally ignoring. Um, he's playing three clubs. I haven't been following, and I don't know if the clubs are splitting or not. Um, it looks like he's pitching his diamond losers on these spades, which is good. So real quickly, um, after a spade to the queen and jack, a club went to the ace, another spade came back, which Alad ruffed. Then we discovered, oh no, yeah, so we discovered the 1-0-7-5 break. So that's bad. The good news is that um, we did manage to throw off a diamond. So East will win this trick with his last club, or her last club. And now here comes the queen of diamonds. The good news is that West will win the ace and will win the last trick with the jack of diamonds. So that was a tough break, the 5-1 break. But three clubs are made. Just looking at alternatives here, how's four whatever going to do? Four of a major has to lose the top two spades, probably heart. There's not really any way to get to the diamonds and set them up. Uh, in terms of match points, three clubs is actually pretty middling because three spades makes, not four. And we don't have a way of bidding three spades over three clubs and getting partner to pass. Um, if you look at some of these other tables, because Alad had the king of diamonds, one person opened three spades. Ah, so they at this table managed to bid three clubs past three spades and get partner to pass. Um, playing normal bidding systems, that would be a forcing bid. But you might pass it if either you're a beginner or if you are unfamiliar with that agreement, or if you get some table feel that your partner probably is just running away from clubs rather than showing a game forcing hand. But as more results come in, the plus score moves towards the top of the match point table. So this round ended up being an above average round for us. We got 61%. The first board ended up being a little below just because it was a minus score, but we're off to a half decent start at 61%. Our goal is to hit 70% for the third game in a row. Here's Kevin and Mike. Kevin is the club manager and director. So we got to play nice and ethically against these guys. Hmm. Well, I have a choice now. Um, I have a pretty decent nine count, but I don't have spade support. My hearts are pretty blah, and I don't have a five card minor suit. So I have to decide, what do I want to bid over one spade? Do I just pass it? Seems like an underbid. If I go 1-0 trump, partner might think I have partner might think I have a heart stopper. What I'm going to do is go 1-0 trump and take that risk. I don't think we have the agreement that 1-0 trump promises a heart stopper here, but I'm hoping that gonna this is gonna work. The good news is that Alan's got some help in hearts, and my Jack third isn't terrible. Um, One no trump. We got 14 opposite nine, so this is going to be a pretty good contract. Mike is likely to be holding the bulk of the points. If he's got, say, 12 points, then 12, 14, 9 leaves about 5 for Kevin. And those aren't going to be in hearts. So the 10 of hearts lead marks Mike with the king queen of hearts. If I play the ace here, then the king queen will drop my jack and he'll be able to run the rest of his hearts. So I have to let this go around to my jack. Mike is going to win this trick probably with the queen, but can't continue hearts safely without yielding a trick to my jack. He will shift apparently. So I could take a club finesse here, and then that would result in Kevin getting in, switching back to hearts, which might give me a bit of a headache. Or I could win my ace. There's no reason to play the jack right now, so I'm going to avoid the finesse. I'm going to avoid the finesse later. So I think their carding is standard. So that's a hint that Kevin might have the queen of clubs. The question to me is, which suit should I finesse in? I think the spades is going to yield more tricks than diamonds, so I'm going to start with my jack, with my nine of spades, finesse into Mike a little bit. So Mike has given up on the club switch. And now Mike is thinking about what to do with the other spade honor. I don't see how holding up is productive here, but he might do it. So that's the five of diamonds. I think they play Laventhal. That looks to be a low diamond spot, saying yay clubs. So I'm interpreting Kevin as holding the queen of clubs. The other card he probably has is a high diamond. So I don't know if that's the ace or the queen. It could be neither. Hmm. So Micah showed up with what, three spades, something like that, five hearts. Mike could have extras. He could have the ace of diamonds in addition to his other holding. If I duck a diamond right now and Kevin wins the ace, then I might be able to have Kevin in and play into my clubs. I'm going to try a diamond off a dummy anyway. No, too bad. That didn't work. Worth a shot. Yeah, I could have made that. Too bad. Should have just cashed out. Had I cashed out, that would have been an extra couple match points there. Three hearts is preemptive, and even though I have towards the top of my precision range, 14 out of a possible 15, I don't have a bid over three hearts. Yeah, if I'd been counting points, Kevin would have had a pretty bad 11 to have been holding, or Mike would have had a pretty bad 11 to be holding the Queen of Diamonds and not the Ace. So it was right to cash out at that point, and I made a mistake. I'm going to apologize to Alad later. If he watches the recording of this stream before I apologize to him, then consider this my apology. So red on white, I can't afford to compete to five hearts, and I can't afford to double as well. Wow, so this is getting exciting. So Mike is correcting to five clubs here, and this double and then bid a new suit generally shows a very strong hand. I need to decide how I want to defend this because Mike's five club bid is telling me that he has probably a huge club hand, probably not a lot of spades. I would say three or fewer. There's a good chance he has a heart void. The diamonds probably are going to score a trick, but for possible running spades. So, uh, do I risk trying to cash my ace of hearts here? I don't know if I should. I think there's a good chance it'll get roughed. Now, trying the ace of diamonds first might give up the set, but I think it's less likely to get roughed. So I'm going to start with the ace of diamonds. The singleton heart in dummy is telling me that I can probably afford to cash one heart. So that's an encouraging diamond, so that's nice. Is there any reason not to cash my ace of hearts here? I don't see one if we're just trying to beat five clubs. Here, the nine of hearts, I don't know if that's attitude or suit preference, but there's no way those spades are going away, so I'm going to play a low diamond. There's the jack. Now, if Mike has wait, the six is from 2, 5, 6. The three is in Mike's hand, I think, but it could be in Alan's. So that's seven clubs, probably one spade, three diamonds, and two hearts. So there's still a heart loser in Mike's hand. Game over. Down one should be decent. As you can see, a lot of people getting whatever down one. At match points, I might have been able to take a more aggressive line, but I just wanted the plus score there. And there's no ticket in a partner's hand, so I can't underlead my ace, king, jack of hearts, hoping to hit partner with the queen and then get a diamond through. That would have been nice, but wasn't the case there. Not a lot of defenses that are going to let five clubs make there. So partner's one diamond is a nebulous diamond. And here, because I don't have a four card major, I'm just going to bid my 7 to 10. One no trump here, and this is almost always passed. If it's not passed, he's going to bid two of a minor. So yes, if he roughs the queen of hearts and then takes a discard, I think he ends up doing better. Over two spades vulnerable. I have to decide if I want to compete. So here, had Ala doubled, that would show exactly two spades and a desire to compete. Here, I have a desire to compete. I've got the ace of hearts. I've got the king of clubs. We'll see what Ala chooses. If Ala has four spades, he might pass for penalty. Otherwise, he'll scramble to bid something. So here, three diamonds is exactly what I wanted to hear because I've got a nice diamond suit. So I have no intention of bidding over three diamonds. but we managed to scramble to it. He could have still had five clubs for his pass over two spades, and then he would have been three clubs, and I would have passed that probably. So here, three spades is exactly how far I wanted to push them. I do have a nice long diamond suit, but I don't see a need to compete extra. Now, Alad might choose to double or bid more, but I think that passing and letting them play three spades is fine. On this auction, a trump lead is not unreasonable. Alad knows exactly how many trump I have and how many trump the opponents have, and so he might be trying to cut down on roughs. But he's leading the five of clubs, which is good for me because I've got the king and the aces and dummy. So I'm going to encourage on that. The lead is from length, so it's third from even, low from odd. This means I apply the rule of 12, so there's seven higher cards than the five. One, two, three, four, and then Declarer has three of them. So I'm winning my king here. And now um, I know that with Alad bidding diamonds, there's going to be at most one diamond in Kevin's hand. So if Kevin has at most one diamond and probably five spades, and what looks to be, with the five being played by Alad there, that's from four clubs. So Kevin has four clubs, five spades, one diamond, three hearts. What I'm going to try to do is just play a low heart here. Um, might fool Kevin as to the location of some of the high cards in the suit. If I'm counting points here, but there's nine in dummy, I started with eight. Alad's got probably 10 for his bid, so that leaves Kevin with 13. Kevin was a passed hand, though, so he's less than that. So he might have, I'd say, at most 10, putting Alad with about 13. Queen of Hearts here. No reason not to overtake. If Alad had the Ace of Hearts, he would have, or the King of Hearts, he would have played it. So at this point, because I know the King of Hearts is here, and I don't think that, well, if Kevin's five spades, four hearts, four clubs, then he's got zero diamonds. So I could play a diamond, and then that gets roughed. Or I could, you know what? I bet Kevin is void in diamonds. So I'm going to try the heart. No, shoot. Okay, so Kevin does have one diamond. So Alad's shown up with something in clubs, maybe the queen. He's got probably the ace of diamonds. Okay, so I need him to play diamonds right now. So I'm going to play my ten of spades. Hopefully that'll be suit preference. Please play your ace of diamonds, Alad. Yes, down one. And I'm going to encourage just for the heck of it. And I think Kevin has the rest of the tricks, which he will claim at this point. Now, how does four diamonds do? We have a lot of losers in clubs, and we've got a spade loser and a heart loser. I don't think four diamonds makes, and the king of diamonds is offside for what it's worth. So we ended up getting a pretty good result from what I can tell, defending this contract. As you can see, three diamonds making is better. So we would have maximized our score there by doubling for penalty, but I couldn't justify it. Hi guys, Pickles and Kirby. All right, so we got another nebulous diamond by Alan. This time I'm not responding one no trump because I have not one but two four-card majors. So I start with the lowest ranking major, which is hearts. And then Alan, if he has four hearts, will raise me. If he doesn't have four hearts, he will either have balanced hand or four spades. So here is one heart, natural, and we'll see what Alan's response is. One no trump. So he's showing a hand with a balanced 12 to 14, or 11 to 13, I should say. If he has a balanced 11 to 13 without four hearts, then if he has four spades, then we should be in game. So what I'm going to do is go two clubs. Alad will be forced to bid two diamonds, and I'm going to bid two spades to show a hand with four spades. What are my favorite conventions that I'm not allowed to play? That's a good question, Casper. Um, there's one convention that you open two hearts to show a weak two in either major, and then partner has to guess whether your weak two is in hearts or in the major. So partner going three spades here. Um, that's pretty good. It's pretty encouraging. Do I want to go four here? If he's got 11 points, I've got 10. That might be a little pushing it, but let me see. What do I want to do here? Do I want to go four? Would he pass me? He would pass me if he just had a bad hand. So I'm going to interpret this as some kind of accept. So I'm just going to go four spades here. One and different levels of competition let you play different systems. Mosquito is something that's a lot of fun that you can't play outside of like an international tournament where your one level opening bids are transfers. So here I did hit partner with a nice four card major suit. Um, but is that good enough to make this contract? Probably not. Those diamonds are scary, and we're missing three aces. So we have to avoid losing more than one diamond trick. And the way to do that is to knock out the ace of hearts and pitch a diamond and dummy, and then hope the rest of the losers vanish. So I'm going to start with a king of spades, and then play a heart immediately. I think that will encourage the opponents to continue playing hearts rather than switch to something like diamonds. So here, yeah, we are getting the trump continuation, which doesn't hurt me at all. But I will go heart, heart, and then throw off my diamond and dummy as soon as possible. Good, good, good. The ace of diamonds is on side, and the ace of clubs is on side. So this is promising. I'll throw off the diamond here. So here I can cash one spade, and then, well, can I cash a spade? I don't know. Hmm. Lost three tricks. Making. That was a bit of a lucky make. Bit of a lucky make. He might be right about that. But here I've got another 10 count with kings and queens. This time, no singleton. If it gets around to me, though, I am opening one. No trump, but I can't justify another bid here. Because Alad would bypass the four-card spade suit, I wanted to ask partner if he had one. So I wasn't sure if two spades also promised five hearts. Yeah, one table did pass that out, and it's not unreasonable to do so. South's hand is an 11 count without an ace, and it's balanced. So I think most people would pass that hand, and I'm a 10 count with 4-4-4-1 distribution, which isn't as good as the singleton makes it sound. Um, it's East actually who has the best argument to open the bidding playing standard or any kind of system like that. So Alad likes to make his I'm a passed hand, he's going to bid something bids. I'm not going to raise two diamonds because I don't have a fit, and I'm happy to defend clubs here, even though I've got a 10 count, right? He's not going to be that strong for his overcall usually, but he might have something. If I hear a four spades, I'm going to hit it. Do I hit three spades? Probably not worth it. I don't think I want to indicate where my spades are. So this is interesting because I don't actually want to encourage diamonds. I want partner to switch to clubs. So I'm going to discourage diamonds. Um, if Alad has five diamonds, he could have five or six for his two diamond bid. Um, Either way, I do not want him continuing diamonds. So I'm discouraging diamonds by playing high, and hopefully he'll interpret that to mean play clubs. But a heart play wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. The diamonds gain value if there's extra entries to dummy, so he might be trying to cut down on those. So the heart here does the best job of that. The eight of hearts is an attitude card, so I know he doesn't have anything useful like the ace. The question is, do I want to play my queen or just play low? The queen can't hurt. If partner does in fact happen to have the jack, it'll work by playing the queen or by playing low. But I'll just play that. Okay, so the three of clubs there holds the trick. His three of clubs is from a doubleton, so I know he has two clubs. And let's see. Fortunately, partner has the jack of spades. The good news is that I'm going to win the king of clubs on the second round of the club finesse. And because of partner's overcall and diamond suit, the Claire is very likely to guess this one wrong. I hope Alad plays hearts. Hearts will do the best job of killing dummies entries. Gosh darn it. She guessed right. Good job, Natalie. Now they are going down, to be clear, but Natalie could have done worse had she taken the club finesse on the second round. Now here, if a diamond's played off dummy, I have to trump because there's, I think, heart losers in hand. So I'll trump with my king of spades. The king, queen, and nine are equivalent at this point with both the jack and 10 gone. My spade is high, so I'll pull the clearest trump if I can. Well done. And I think she still has the jack. Yeah. So it's down one. We could have had it down two if I'd actually taken my king of clubs, but I didn't. Too bad. So first seat, I have nine. This is the upper end of my two spade opening here. It's just a weak two. And we, of course, have it down two if I take my king of clubs. I think the problem was that Alad cashed his high diamond before switching to the club. No, wait, no, he did play the club. Okay, he didn't cash the diamond. So I'm surprised that Natalie actually avoided the club finesse there. So let's see. I'm in two spades. The opponents didn't bid. Where are my losers? I've got a diamond loser, possibly two spade losers, a heart loser, um, one to three club losers. Uh, Diamonds could be a source of tricks. Hearts could be a source of tricks. Uh, I don't know how many spade losers I'll necessarily lose. So how do I avoid catastrophe here? I have to give up the lead at some point when pulling trump. So there's no harm in putting in a tactical card here. East doesn't have king, queen of hearts. Otherwise, East would have led one. So the jack isn't going to hold the trick. The nine might pull the 10, though. So I think the best play is the nine here. If the five is from fourth best, then there's what, six higher cards. One, two, three, four, five. And then maybe the king or queen is going to show up here. Yeah. So quickly looking back at this four spades, I should be focusing on the hand. That was still a good board. So I'm not quite out of tickets to dummy because the king queen of diamonds is a slow ticket. But what this will do is let me play my ten of spades off a dummy, and if West has an honor, or if West has honored Doubleton or something like that, I could manage to avoid an extra spade loser here. So I'm going to win my jack of hearts here. Um, Here, I'm going to pitch a club because there's no way to avoid the club problem. And then this seven of hearts may or may not get roughed. I hope it does get roughed. Oh, shoot. Hmm. That was a mistake. So East clearly led from what is it? Three hearts. Ah, oh, shoot. I screwed up. West had the holding I was hoping for, and my silly play of the heart off dummy cost myself. Um, so how am I going to avoid problems here? Let's try a spade. Unless I've totally miscounted. No, I think East still has the seven of spades. So I'm going to try a spade off a dummy. Put East in. Have East play a club. Then I won't have to make a guess in clubs or play them from my hand. So playing a club to the jack would have worked, but I couldn't be guaranteed of that. 110 probably isn't going to be a great board there. It's easy to get 140. Looks like nobody got 140, so I wasn't punished for my misplay. Looks like different lines on defense would have done better, but I'm happy to get the score that I did. I think their best line would be to get rid of my ten of spades and dummy and then attack clubs themselves before I can set up a heart pitch. Just looking at that trick there, the nine of hearts ended up forcing the king of hearts. I suppose West was worried that I had the queen in hand. And then that let me take the heart finesse and make the contract. Yes, the had West covered the 10 of spades, they could have guaranteed two tricks in spades for the defense, but by playing low, West lost that opportunity. But they got it back with my accidental uppercut problem. So as you can see there, um, the, well, yes, it would have been, according to double dummy analysis, the right thing to do to just rough the heart in hand, play the ace of spades, dropping the king, play two more spades, dropping the eight, and then the seven, and then slowly cross to dummy with the king, queen of diamonds, guessing clubs correctly, of course, on the way. And then the jack of hearts would pitch the low club that remained in hand. But um, I can't see through the backs of the cards. I'm happy to get a plus score there. I think most people are going to get a plus score in two spades, but we're going to get match points off the people who don't. So overall, this round ended up being pretty good, especially because we got that four spades that almost nobody was foolish enough to bid, and only one other pair made. And then we got a plus score on this board as well. So we're still on course for a good game, but 60% wasn't our goal for the evening. It was 70% to keep our streak alive. So maybe we'll get a little bit of luck in the next few rounds. Up to 66, we got more work to do. So if this comes around to me in fourth seed, I have a 12 count, and I know my partner would be limited to 10. I could consider passing. The problem is that with a four card spade suit, we'd be likely to have the boss suit in a fit, and then we'd be able to score a cheap part score. All of this is irrelevant because East is opening four diamonds. And I, of course, have no bid over four diamonds. Unless they're playing Namyat's four diamonds is long and weak and preemptive, usually an 8 card suit. And my hand is just not good enough to make any kind of call. West is thinking, I wonder if West has some kind of suit outside of diamonds. Here's a quick pass. Alad's lead choice is going to be not a diamond. As you can see, West thought about it because West is void in diamonds. And West's diamond void actually means that I'm going to get a second trick in diamonds if East has to play diamonds from hand. So we'll see just how preemptive East's diamond bid was. Alad wouldn't lead the jack from ace jack there, and Rosie wouldn't play the king if Rosie also had the ace. So what I'm going to do is encourage, or sorry, this isn't encouraging. Also, what? What? That's why play the king? What does that accomplish? So Alad's out of clubs here. He's showing what, four hearts, six hearts? I don't know. If he has six hearts, then That wouldn't make sense. Hmm. Okay. Well, let's see. What I'm going to do here is play a heart to dummy because I know that Rosie's going to have trouble getting off dummy. The cards that I saw in the hearts indicate that Rosie starts with four hearts, one club, possibly zero spades, but we'll see. Yeah, zero spades. Okay, so at this point, the defense is going to come down to whether or not we can score an uppercut or two in the club suit. Um, Also, we have at least one heart trick coming. I don't know exactly what the heart holding is, but because I think the nine of hearts is the missing heart. So I don't know if I can afford to play a low club here, but I can always afford to play the queen of clubs. So Alad probably has a count on the hand by now. If he had the nine of hearts, he might have played it. So I'm gonna play this. So Rosie had the nine of hearts. That's fine. I will rough in and then play another club, which will hopefully contribute some uppercut value through Rosie. Partner seems to be devoid of anything useful in the diamond suit. I think probably the eight might be as high as diamond, in which case there's not much I can do here. So I will win my ace and then try the last club. Hopefully this will have some success. I still think Rosie has the jack of diamonds or the 10 or the 9, something useful to drop Alad's 8. No, the 10 should drop the 8, yeah. And then Rosie has another low diamond to win. I wonder if there was a defense I could have played that would have established another uppercut. It's possible. Two down two should be fine there. Um, some people bid more, but if she's opening four diamonds, it's going to go down. It's going to go down two most of the time. Actually, on the club lead, it could have made, but not after wasting the king. Yeah, Alad pointing out I needed a third uppercut to set up the 8. The question is, could I have set that up? And I'm not convinced I could have, just because uh, East can always pitch a heart. So here I have to open one diamond. So one diamond shows um, 10 to 15, 10 to 15, 2+ diamonds there. So after, if I play hearts clubs every time I can, so one heart here shows four hearts. So one spade specifically shows an unbalanced hand. If I was balanced, I would either raise his hearts with four or bid one of trump. So three spades here, clearly some kind of invitational spade raise. Um, I believe I'm very strong for my bidding. I don't have 15 points, but I do have a very good diamond suit. I have a very good spade suit. This is certainly enough to bid spades. Casper, are there any systems that play short majors with the aim of disrupting opponents' major suit contracts? Well, so there were very famous systems in the past called like the little major, where people would bid their shortest major, something like that. Um, Somebody keeps clicking on one diamond. Um, I've already explained it's 10 to 15 points, two or more diamonds. Um, it's not a five card major. It's not six clubs. What? Plus clubs. It's basically a catch-all bid. Somebody keeps clicking on it. But I'm just going to ignore the clicks because at this point, there's nothing I can do. But click through it. So here, um, how am I going to make this? I think what I need to do is set up my diamonds. So I'm going to go ace of diamonds, rough a diamond, pitch a heart on the club. So I think what's happening is just the opponents are a little inexperienced with BBO. So whenever I'm explaining my bid, it'll pop up and then they accidentally click on the bid again, and that explains the bid again. West has the king of hearts. He should play another heart here. Don't trump. That's too bad. I misplayed this. I blame being distracted by these pop-ups that hid most of dummy. That is correct, P. Brockway. It would be good if BBO changed the interface to uh, distinguish between dismissing the box and asking for further explanation. My God. Oh, shoot. I misclicked. Oh, well. I don't think I can avoid down two at that point. Spades, I think, were 4-1, and I took a finesse into the singleton queen. That's going to be a terrible board. Uh, it is what it is, right? What can you do? Minus 200 or minus 100. As you can see, other people are down in spades and other people are making spades. It just depends on which direction they start to play spades first. Okay. So here, the question is between two hearts and double. I have support for the minors, but I also have a 5-card heart suit. So it's a tough choice. I'm going to try two hearts here. My heart suit's good enough that I want to say it first. If we have a game, it's probably in hearts. So looking at the double dummy result, obviously this is making on whatever lead I got, which was the ace of clubs. But I had the opportunity to make the contract after the king of. Did I? Well, you know what? I guess not. I guess there was nothing I could have done. You know what? That makes me feel a little better. Yeah. Okay. Not going to worry about it anymore. So this bid is natural, actually. We don't usually play this bid as natural. Um, so Alad's got a hand with spades. He's got spades stopped to the gills. I don't see a need to bid one of my minors when we're getting a spade lead into his holding here. And yeah, he wouldn't bid two no trump without a spade holding like that. So I'm very glad that I passed. As you can see, any scramble to the 3 level would have been a disaster. Uh, it's possible 3 no trump is making actually, but 2 no trump should be worth a hefty chunk of match points over the people in like 2 spades or 3 hearts. But the best situation of all would have been to defend, though my hand can't justifiably pass over 1 spade. Come on, you got the king of spades. Play it. Play it. No? Okay. Yeah, nice. So clearly, with 2 entries to his hand, Alad's goal is to set up the spade suit. Um, he's going to get another spade through. Unfortunately, with the 10-9 small, Steven has another spade stopper before he can, before Alad can win all the rest of the spade tricks. Assuming they play 5-card natures, and they do. So Alad's got 2 spade tricks coming. He's got the ace of hearts, that's 3. The ace of diamonds is 4. The 2 clubs is 6. He needs 2 more tricks. Where do those come from? They come from hearts, probably. And West is holding. West opened the bidding, so West is likely to have most of the points. Here, the heart finesse didn't work. But the second round would probably work. Alad's going to let this go around to his jack. He wants Steven to play another spade through, even though that's unlikely. After this diamond, Steven's either going to continue diamonds or switch to clubs. Alad, if the club switch is made, has a choice as to where he wants to win the trick. I think I'll probably end up winning the trick in hand and taking another heart finesse if it's a club shift. But it's the 9 of spades here. So now Alad can win the jack of spades, 8 of spades, and 4 of spades. And he's counting, so he knows they're all good. He also has to consider what red suit he wants to hold on to a low card in. And I think what he'll probably do is throw off a diamond from dummy and then 1 heart and then try, if he can, to pull off some kind of squeeze in the red suits. So yeah, you can see him committing to that by throwing off the diamond early and not playing for something like split diamond honors. So the line for the squeeze is to you could cash your clubs with 4 or after, but he's going to go ace of clubs, king of clubs, and then the 4 of spades. I would have played the 4 of spades first in order to give your opponents less information as to the club holding. But um, maybe this is better. I don't know. As you can see, the king of diamonds being over there meant that the hook would have worked. And if Alan's paying attention, he should know how many higher diamonds there are than the six. But I think what ended up happening was a show up squeeze on West. And I'll confirm that just by going through the double dummy result. But no Trump, two no Trump making three was very good. So we are here, and I have a nebulous one diamond to open. This is, I'll say 10 to 15, 2 plus diamonds, usually 10. Or it's usually 11 points, but I'll say 10 here, just for fun. So yeah, 150 there was a very good score, a lot better than 120 would have been. One heart here. So this is 11 to 13. Val, no, 4 card hearts. Doesn't say anything about a 4 card spade suit. Oh my gosh, they're playing precision. I'm so excited. I hope that they play more precision. So here, the impossible bid by me would be something like 2 hearts to show 4 hearts. I don't have an impossible bid. I have 4 spades. So I'm going to go 2 spades. 2 diamonds, by the way, artificial game force. Let's see what Alan wants to do. So he's relaying out my shape. So I need to think about what my steps are. So I cannot have 4 hearts. I have 4 spades. In the minors, I could be 4, 4, 2, 4, or 3, 3. Um, I think this shows 4 clubs. Um, I think this is okay. So I think my next bid shows 4, 3, 2, 4. 4 spades, 3 hearts, 2 diamonds, 4 clubs. I've already shown 4 spades. I've shown a balanced hand, um, and my possibilities are, yeah. So he's signing off in 3. No, that's fine. I'm going to pass. Unfortunately, my opponents now know my shape. All right. So the contract is whatever this is. I think I've shown my shape, but we're not in 4 hearts. I'm happy to be in 3 no Trump with my holdings in the non-heart suit. 3 spades, probably fourth best. I'm just going to play on hearts first and then hope that we have won the heart loser. So the best way to do that is heart to the king and then duck a heart. Nope. So we have at least one heart loser. We've got a spade shift here. No reason not to throw a diamond. So I'll win my 9. And then hopefully Rajan will play low and I'll be able to play the 8, which protects my diamond holding from being played through. So bad news is the split's bad. The good news is that Rajan has all the hearts. So how many tricks do I have? I've got three. I've got two more coming in spades. That's five. The queen of hearts is six. The three clubs are nine. And we've lost one trick. So where are my other losers? If the clubs come in, and I'm sure Eric has the jack, then do I have some kind of squeeze happening? Maybe. So what I'm going to do is start with my king, queen of clubs, see what ends up dropping down. So that's the seven. What card can I play? Does it say? Doesn't say. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll see it come down. The jack of clubs is going to show up. Yeah. Heart. No, not a heart. Okay. So hopefully this puts pressure on Rajan to discard his low diamonds there. So there he discarded what, the nine of diamonds? So maybe he has like the queen or something. And I can pitch that. And then here, if he throws a heart, I'm good. If he throws a diamond, I'm not. So here, what I'm going to do is pitch the. He has two hearts in hand and two diamonds. So I'm going to throw the heart. And now on here, I'm going to go heart to the queen. Yeah, he has one diamond. So this should pin the queen, and the jack's good. Pin the queen, and the jack's good. Pin the queen, and the jack's good. No, he had a spade. Okay, doesn't matter. So it's 4:30. It's going to be normal. Yeah, pretty normal. Okay, we're rolling at 63%. We got a little bit to pick up. Yeah, so I did roll it out. Hang on a sec. I did. Three. Oh, shows. Just a bit of relay confusion. The good news is that we're not in four hearts, which would have been a lot worse. Fascinatingly, looking at all these results, only one pair on a 5-3 heart fit is in four hearts. I find that remarkable. Over my partner's three heart preempt, I don't have another call. A reopening double by Rajan. Um, I've got nice clubs and spades, so I'm not sure what Eric's going to do here. Eric probably doesn't have a very good bid here. He might just go diamonds again. Yeah, Allen would have been 3-0 Trump anyway had he known my exact shape. So Eric, for lack of better alternatives, is passing for penalty here. I have no reason to do anything but pass. So three hearts has been penalty doubled. The good news is that Alan's got a pretty good hand. Um, we're likely to only lose one heart, one spade, two diamonds. And then if we can avoid any club losers, which is, again, very unlikely, we should be okay. The problem is that this six of clubs is a strong smelling singleton. So there's not much of a chance of avoiding a club loser if that is the case. We're still off what, the 10 of clubs? And if it's 10, 5, 3 in Rajan's hand, then there's a natural club loser anyway. So I think what's going to happen is Alad's going to lose a heart trick. It's probably going to be lost to Rajan. And then Rajan's going to play a club and Eric's going to rough it. And we're going to go down one. What Alad could do, if he wants to avoid an extra damage, is try to maybe like do a scissor scoop, but there's too much weakness in both diamonds and spades for that to work. To cut off the communications before the roughing happens. So I think Alad's just going to try to play on hearts immediately, and then hope that Eric doesn't have that many hearts. Unfortunately, that's unlikely. So it looks like Alad's line is sort of the semi-scissors coup, semi uh, tactical play. One thing Alad could have done was to duck the spade, but that might have been too obvious. Here, Rajan's going to win, play back a club. Eric's going to ruff, play back a diamond. Then Eric's going to get another ruff. Then Eric's going to play back another diamond. And then Eric's going to get a third ruff. So this isn't going to go that well because in the end, they're going to win their ace of hearts as well. So we're going to lose, what, 4 heart tricks, 2 diamonds, the ace of spades. That's 7 tricks. So I think Alan's going to go down 3 doubled for a bad board here. And that's if what I'm imagining is taking place. But I can't see Rajan doing anything other than playing clubs back here. He might be worried that playing a club will cost him a trick because he's leading away from his 10th third, but he knows that presumably he's got entries outside of the suit in diamonds, and he'll get back in before Alad can win his clubs, and Eric can ruff multiple clubs. What I want to see right now is Ace of Hearts Heart. Ace of Diamonds is a card I definitely wanted to see. I want Rajan to keep playing his high diamonds. The more high diamonds he plays, the more under tricks will arise. And I think, so that's perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Now, I think what Rajan's doing is consoling himself to down 1. Um, with the low heart from Rajan, which looks very strongly like a singleton here, Alad has to decide if he wants to actually try to make this contract, assuming Eric's club was a singleton. So here, Rajan's going to show out. And what Alad could have done actually was ruff a spade and maybe try to set up spades over the long term. But here, that's not happening. So what he needs to do is well, I don't think anything will help, but because I think he has to lose a club at the end unless clubs are 3-2. I don't think clubs are 3-2, even though the defense is consistent with Rajan realizing clubs are 3-2. I still think that that club lead was a singleton. So I think in the end, Alad will have to lose a club trick because Rajan's not going to pitch a club. Will we see the 9 of clubs or the 5 of spades? That's the question. It's the 9 of clubs. Okay. The problem with playing a heart and then ace of clubs club is that he's not going to win that last club in the end. So I think he's going to, well, I guess the queen of spades is also a winner. So here's the club. Oh, so that was a doubleton. So here Alad can afford to go ace. I don't think that 6 of clubs makes sense from queen 6, 3, whatever the other spot is. So there's no point in putting in the 7 there. Play the ace. Play the ace. Play the ace. No. Yes? No? No! Alad. No. Okay. Sorry, I guess I miscounted. So the 10 was always a loser. Nothing you could do about that. Never mind. So 3 hearts, double down 1. That shouldn't be too bad. As you can see, 3 diamonds makes. So 3 hearts was a good save. They did well to penalize us. Alad preempting again, seeing how well it worked last time. And I, again, don't have a call, so I get to be dummy again. So had the clubs actually been 4-1, Alad would have been in a world of hurt. But the 3-2 club division meant that no harm, no foul. And there's no way to avoid that club loser. So he did the best he could. So it looks like the contract's going to be 4 spades. I have no reason to sacrifice or make a penalty double. With my three low clubs here, Alan's probably got a sequence in clubs. So the king is asks for count, unblock or suit preference is our agreement against suit contracts here. So I don't have an unblock here, so I'm clearly going to make a suit preference play of the four of clubs, and that will say partner, I want diamonds. Oh gosh, the king could have been from ace king or king queen. So hopefully Alan's got something in the spade suit, but he doesn't, so that's bad. So they're going to win the rest of the tricks. Yikes. It's possible Alan had no, okay. That's seven. I need to think about this. Discourage clubs. Well, the preempt did keep them out of seven. The problem is that we have at least we have two caching diamond tricks. So we they can't legitimately make slam. Had they actually bid to slam, what I do is I double to indicate partner lead a side suit. But we missed it. Of course, the diamond lead isn't normal. So unless I get a chance to bid diamonds, he's not leading diamonds. You can tell if somebody's cheating if they lead a diamond from the north hand without any clues. As you can see, most people are in four spades making seven because the normal defense is to lead a club. Uh, if you look at the tables where four spades was bid and made, at this table, the lead ended up being a diamond, which is, I'm not going to accuse people of cheating. That's silly. But she did find a diamond. Good for her. Um, and this table, he GG ended up leading a diamond as well. So those people are very clever bridge players who managed to find killer leads against these kind of contracts. Good for them. Yeah, I would bid three hearts with that hand, honestly. But as you can see, most people are the so I think what's common in those two cases is the pass or is the three heart bid over three clubs. When there's a heart and a spade bid, at that point you might be thinking, well, now I need to hit my partner with something. Whereas at okay, well, different things happen at different tables. I am a little surprised by the people who did find the diamond lead, though. No, I mean like the odds are that your club lead isn't going to be a productive lead. And it's especially not going to be productive if you think your opponents have two running suits. So it's not a crazy lead to lead a diamond. I just find it unlikely, and I probably wouldn't do it. Was bidding three diamonds over three clubs an option? By me, correcting back to four clubs. Um, I don't think that I would ever bid three diamonds over three clubs there. Uh, because we would play that as a game force, natural. So we couldn't do that. I don't know if any Norths ended up bidding on that hand at all. One North did raise clubs. They bumped clubs from three to four over three hearts, which is not insane. You've got three clubs. You've got a good diamond suit. You've got three hearts, so partner's probably short. But nobody, as far as I can tell, is actually bidding diamonds. Yeah, we do need to pick it up a bit. We're only at 62. We gotta do better. Okay, but the good news is I've got an opening bid. So this is my 10 to 15 point precision one heart opening bid showing at least five hearts. And if partner bids anything, I'm going two hearts. And it's going to be a nice, simple two heart contract. One spade here shows at least four spades. We don't play it as shown five. I think that's an agreement some people who play Flannery have. Do they really play precision? I don't think they play precision. But the carding is in her profile. So here's a support double situation. If I had exactly three spades, I would double, called support double. Um, but I'm just going to bid two hearts because I have six hearts. And this will probably buy the contract. I also don't have any prospects of choosing to defend two diamonds doubled. It's not that kind of hand. Here, I just want to show my preference for playing the contract in hearts. If Alad takes another action, I'm going to game. If West takes another action, I'll probably compete further. But two hearts is the contract. We'll see how many tricks I take. Yeah, Alad is known for his I'm a passed hand, partner's a passed hand, therefore I can bid with anything overcalls. Right off the top, we've got five losers in the minors, along with almost certainly one heart loser at minimum. So this is probably going to go down one. The If it's any consolation, two spades is also probably down one, and the opponents have uh, at least seven tricks in whatever their minor suit contract is. So here, ace and a diamond is scaring me into worrying about a diamond doubleton in East's hand. If that's the case, what I'll do is discard clubs from my hand. If West continues diamonds, I'll pitch a club from my hand. Because if I ruff, East is likely to overruff. So here, I'm going to pitch my eight of clubs here. So the nine holds the trick. The good news is that that club was a loser. Had I trumped in, gone ace, king of hearts, I could have gone ace, king, queen of spades, and maybe pitched a club. So here, I'm going to pitch another club and then ruff in dummy. So I might be able to go ace of spades, king of spades, queen of spades here, pitching that last club. And then all I have to do is avoid two heart losers. That seems to me like the best prospect because then even if spades are 4-2, the person roughing the spade has a good chance of having the fourth heart that I'm worried about. Now spades ended up being 3-3, so no harm there. And playing hearts for my hand, unless hearts are 3-3, or if the queen jack is doubleton, I'm going to lose two heart tricks. That is unless hearts are 5-1. If hearts are 5-1, then I'll have to think about the tactics that I'm going to play with. All right, I have the rest. Nice and easy. Taking what is it, 9 tricks when they have 5 cashing tricks in the minors is going to be a good score. They can beat the contract if they manage to find the uppercut in the club suit. They did not. As you can see by the double dummy result, if they cash their diamonds out and then uppercut me in clubs, I can actually go down 2 as it turns out, which is 1 more than I expected. So I actually have 16 here. So I think that this is, so Alad says that we should open these hands with 1 diamond here. So I actually have to alert this as 10-16, 2 plus diamonds. Even though I'd been before opening this 1 club. So this is in the system notes. There's proof of this. So let's see. 140 there ended up being a good score. You can take more tricks if they defend more passively. So then if they defend passively, like heart lead, I could cash 3 spades off the top or lose a heart. And if I get a second passive return, I can take 5 spade tricks and 5 heart tricks for 10 tricks. That must have been what happened at this table. Over 1 spade, I'm gonna rebid 1 no trump, which shows my hand pretty closely. 2 spades here is some kind of strong cupid. I don't have a call over that. Wait a minute. My diamond is nebulous, so it's not necessarily a cupid. This might get passed. But even if it does get passed, partner's showing a hand that has, if he has at least 4 hearts, he has a very bad hand. I think there's a good chance Alad will compete in clubs if it comes around to him, just because he doesn't have hearts. East has spades. West has probably a natural diamond bid. So nope, Alad's passing. So here, East is going hearts, as I expected. There's a heart suit in the East hand. So while I'm tempted to compete in clubs, there's no reason not to just play defense on this board. Yeah, natural bid. West might pass or might correct to two spades. Unclear what West's holding in the majors is, but probably something like small doubletons, maybe two spades, three hearts. Thinking about it, two spades, three hearts, maybe. Okay, so West is going clubs here, so they're bidding every suit. I have a 16 count. We'll see how high they end up getting. My hand is at the very top of its range, so whatever they bid, it's going to be an overbid at this point. If they go to 3-no trump, um, I don't know if I can justify a double just because of the position of some of my honors, but I'd be tempted. So West is the minors, East has the majors. I think West is going to pass here out of panic. But here's 3-no trump. Do I double? I don't. I think passing is the right thing to do because anything can happen, right? So I don't have a good lead against 3-no trump. East is rebidding spades, showing probably something like 6 spades. East is also bidding hearts. West is bidding both minors. So it could be a hand where I need to defend passively. Um, do I have a reasonable passive defense here? What would it be? I could start by leading a high heart and hoping to hit partner with something, but I don't think I'm going to hit partner with something. What I might do is try to disrupt the opponent's communications. Uh, what would serve that effect without pickling potential honor in partner's hand? Um, I think probably hearts. Hmm. Yeah, well, one thing that isn't immediately obvious. Oh, shit. Shit. Ah, that was bad. Should have defended even more passively. I feel like a fool. The good news is partner's got four hearts, so I might be able to set up a trick there. Here, clearly, I this is reverse Smith, so I don't like hearts. I will continue hearts, but I don't like them. He also is saying he doesn't like hearts. I have no reason to do anything but win this. So it looks like 6 diamonds, maybe a bunch of clubs. Partner could well be broke. Um, a spade. What do you know? Is this the 10? It's the 6. Why duck a spade there? Why would you ever duck a spade there? So West probably has well, I haven't seen the 4. If Alad had 10, 5, 4, he would probably play the 5 here. Do I play a heart and then let West get in with the clubs and then win diamonds? Or do I do something else? We've already seen West play 3 major suit cards. I don't know if West has any more of them. Does West have a third heart? It's unclear. Hmm. If I play a heart here and West started with 5 diamonds, well, it looks like West had 6 diamonds. West also probably has 4 clubs. I think West might actually be out of hearts at this point. If West started with 6 diamonds and 4 clubs, no, wait, hang on. Alad's first diamond was the 10, and then he played another high spot. So maybe he does have, maybe it is 5 diamonds, 4 clubs, 1 spade, 3 hearts. I will play one more heart. Shoot. I should have been counting. Ah, this is bad. This is really bad. Now West is going to win the rest of the tricks. Play low, please. Oh, thank God. Okay, so maybe my counting isn't perfect. And West has at least 3 diamonds, so there's no point playing a diamond here. I'll just play Queen of Clubs. Or actually, a low club is fine. Yeah, so he had the king. So yeah, my correct play would have been to cash out and then put West in with diamond or club. So we managed to beat 3-0 Trump, which is great. It's a plus score. But I could have done better, I think, to not play a heart there. Yeah, partner ended up having a king. I was a little surprised by that, but I guess West decided to overbid. It was uh, it was a close one, and I got bailed out by partner's king of clubs there. I don't need that king of clubs to beat the contract, so I should have not done what I did. So yeah, just looking at the diamonds, he played low high 10 jack, and for some reason I just didn't see that jack. This is 14 to 16 with a flat 8 count. I'm going to pass, and we're hopefully going to win a lot of match points on this when it's only making 8 tricks. Um, I should have been able to realize that the diamonds were running with 6, and it was 6-4, and then 2 hearts and 1 spade, and they just decided to play it this way. But I made a mistake, but got bailed out. We're only at 62%. We're going for 70, so we've got a long way to catch up. 62 usually isn't enough even to win, so a win would be nice. It'd be even better to get 9 tricks. So partner's got 16. It's 16 flat, opposite 8 flat. I trust my partner's card play, but the heart lead is a killer lead. Once the opponents get in, they're going to take, using the rule of 11 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 4 heart tricks. Wow, that was a fast club play, but there's going to be 4 heart tricks caching. After that, Alad will probably need to decide how he wants to play the rest of the hand. He's going to assume that the king of spades is on side, I think, because he's got 4 tricks in the minors, the ace of hearts, the ace of spades. He's going to assume the queen of spades is on side and then play for some kind of squeeze for the last trick, I think. So here he's going to, well, that's a very tricky question because he can't afford to duck a diamond at this point, but he also doesn't want to cut off his entries. So the club is the first card he can afford to throw away. But from his hand, I think just to keep it simple, he'll just throw off diamonds. Keep the diamond threatened dummy, the spade threatened hand. So here, he could have afforded to throw off a diamond because of the fact that he only needs to win 1 diamond trick. But here, as you can see, 5 tricks for the opponents. Very glad we're in 1. I'm assuming that he's trying to play it to make 2, but being in 1 is a different situation here. So he has his 7 tricks. The question is, how is he going to get 8? So he's going to play for some kind of squeeze here with threats and clubs and spades and diamonds. So here he has to cash the king of clubs. If he wants to keep the squeeze alive, he's going to pitch a diamond from dummy. Just looking at the spots, doesn't look like any club spots are falling. West seems to be clearly guarding clubs at this point. So now Alec should play, I don't know, the queen of spades from his hand and see if all the spades are dropping underneath that, which I don't think they will be. And then Alec will cross to diamonds and then hope that they'll cash. One diamond has already been discarded. So so I don't know if it's possible that playing these diamonds will work. I still think the queen of diamonds is outstanding, and it's probably in West's hand, unfortunately. Oh no, this worked. Amazing. It worked. So Ala did a good job squeezing East in spades and diamonds. So we managed to take 8 tricks rather than 7 tricks and no trump, which is very good. Just looking at other tables on, uh, hang on, looking at other tables there, uh, taking 8 tricks is above average. Most people are taking fewer than that. A couple people make 8 tricks, but we did well enough. So I have a terrible hand and I'm passing whatever partner bids. And the previous boards were also pretty good. Getting a plus score there was good for 75% of the match points. And then a nice part score making was good for 70%. So over 2 diamonds, I could bid 2 hearts non-forcing to play, but my hand is so bad that I'm not going to lie about my strength or even pretend that I've got a constructive holding or a good heart suit. Against, say, 3 no trump by the opponents, I'm just leading a spade because my heart suit is not strong enough. So we're creeping up to 63%. We've got a few more percentage points to go to hit that 70. How many bad boards have we had today? We had a 45, we had a 20, and we had a 25. Those are the only boards we've had that are below 50. The problem is that we haven't had enough top boards. Normally we get a lot of top boards when the opponents have disasters, but that seems to have not happened today. So this is very curious because partners bidding a lot in spades. The opponents are bidding a lot in diamonds. My diamond singleton would apparently provide value. I suspect that there's a very good chance the opponents have at least a 10 card fit in diamonds. Do I have a justification to bid 4 spades? I do not. Partner is limited, even though he's bidding freely to the 3 level, to 15 or 16 points at most. And so we don't have a game. I can't picture a 15-point hand where we have game. And fortunately, the opponents didn't bid over 3 spades. So 3 spades, I think, has a good chance of making with my shape here. And as you can see, they have a 10-card diamond fit. We've got 3 losers in the red suits and 2 more spade losers. So we're down 1, assuming proper defense and reasonable splits. But that's much better than the opponents bidding 3 diamonds and making. In 3 diamonds, they have at least 3 heart tricks and 5 diamond tricks and 1 spade trick. And that's at a very minimum. They're likely to take 10 tricks in diamonds. A third round of hearts would be good news. But the spades are not strong enough to hope to run them with, or to try to pitch the diamonds on the spades. Alid will probably try his best to, okay, so he's going with the rough a diamond and dummy method, which is actually correct. I might have screwed that up, but yeah, you want to rough the diamond and dummy because you can't discard both of them on hearts or clubs before the opponents can rough in and play spades. West is out of hearts, probably won't continue diamonds. We're likely to see a club or a trump, and I think probably a club. They don't seem to want to be playing trumps here, but given the holes in the trump suit, I think a trump would be nice to see, but we're not seeing it. So the club is going to go to partners ace or king. He's going to rough the diamond in dummy and then play a spade to his ace. And hopefully the spade suits won't split. The spade suit won't split too badly. We've already lost 3 tricks. We're going to lose at least 1 more, but we could lose a couple more if the spades don't split well. Please follow with a king. No. Follow with a jack, and then have the queen next. Okay, so that's the 9. A little worrying. Hopefully West has another high spade. And exactly one high spade or two. Good. And follow suit. King, the jack, either, please. At which point Alad will claim forward tricks. That one. Three spades down one should be good. I would expect a lot of people to compete in a spade part score with Alad's hand, and anybody who gets to play it in two spades is going to have a very good board. But that's the best that we could do. I think that three spades down one is still going to be a very good score. Just looking at what's come in so far, three spades down one is a good score. Our opponents can take at least. It looks like they're taking 10 tricks and diamonds at every other table. I've got 17 points. This is too strong to open a 14 to 16 no trump, so I'm going to open precision. Yeah, looking at these results come in, there are a few people in 3 no. Just looking at the two hands, 3 no is actually down on a club lead, and it's all making by east. But most of these souths are probably leading their fourth highest spade rather than their high club. And they don't know from their partner what to lead. So partner's one no trump is actually showing 5 or more hearts. So I'm going to he's got a game forcing hand, 8 or more points with 5 or more hearts. So now I just need to know his shape and more precisely his strength, and then make a decision as to what the contract is going to be. Let's go indeed. So here he could have a side club or diamond suit, and his first two steps would show one of those. His next step after that would show a hand with no side suit, so at least 6 hearts, and 8 to 11 points. And then any steps after that would show 12 or more points and a 6 card heart suit without a side suit. So he does have that kind of hand. So let's quickly go through the steps. So 2 diamonds and 2 hearts show side suits. 2 spades shows no side suit with a minimum. 2 no trump shows no shortness and 12 or more points. So 3 clubs shows high short. He has a singleton spade, at least 6 hearts, at least 12 points. And this is actually good for me because I have 2 quick losers in spades. So if he manages to have enough controls outside of the spade suit, we might have slam. So I'm going to keep relaying his hand. So over 3 diamonds, he's going to specify his shape a little bit more. His most likely shape is 1-6-3-3, and that would be 3 spades by him. So we'll see if he has that shape. He does, in fact, have that shape. So that's good. So now, because we're just short of aces and maybe the king of clubs to make this, I'm going to keep relaying. I know his exact shape. Now I need to know his aces. So his first step is his number of aces. So how many aces does he have? 4 diamond shows an even number of aces. And that's what I'm expecting. And he's showing hearts. So I bid 4 spades to skip 4 hearts to keep relaying him out. So he has an even number of aces. I'm going to assume they're the red aces. The next cards I'm scanning about are the King of Hearts, which I hold, the King of Diamonds, which I hold, and then the King of Clubs, which I hold. They don't have game, Stephanie, sorry. So Alad, if he has the King of Clubs, will show it and then show or deny the next card in the sequence, which is the Queen of Hearts. So if he has none of those cards, he'll go 4 no trump. But clearly he's thinking a while, so he doesn't have none of them. He's not going 5 diamonds or 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. So he has actually all or none. So that's denying the King of Clubs. So he's off the King of Clubs. He's off the Ace of Spades, I'm assuming. So we are probably good for 5 hearts. He shouldn't have to think about this one. His one no trump showed hearts, so I'm bidding this to play. We are off an ace and we are off the king of clubs. It's possible that he accidentally screwed up his bidding and he's trying to correct it at this point, um, but he shouldn't be. Hearts are going to be played by me. I just made the first heart bid, but I know he has a 1-6-3-3 shape with two aces, likely in the red suits, but maybe not. And he does not have the king of clubs. Alad should pass here, uh, but he didn't. And this probably is because he lied about his shape earlier. So him screwing up like this means that I can't bet anything else. I just have to trust him. We'll see what he actually has. I'm sure he lied somewhere, but we'll see where exactly. So he did misclick 4 no trump. It was wrong. His correct bid would have been something like 5 no trump. Uh, 5 no trump would have shown his hand here. The good news is that this is the right spot. The bad news is that we actually have to guess the club here. So there's no way to pitch the spade loser before dealing with the clubs. So what it could do is make like a fake end play or something. If the hearts are 2-2, yeah, precision, right? Or is there some kind of squeeze possibility? There actually could be a squeeze possibility. So if I give up a spade right now, then I might squeeze somebody in clubs and spades. So what I'm going to do is do that. So I'm going to play my queen of spades, and we'll see who wins the high spade. Hopefully it'll be the person who doesn't have the queen of clubs, and they won't really know that. East is thinking. That shows at least one high spade. But if East has a high spade, East is going to play that high spade. If East had two high spades, it would be automatic. So now I know where the other high spade is. So I have a choice to make in the club suit, right? So here, oh, this makes life easy. Well, I would have squeezed you out of it anyway. So now all I have to do is pull trump, play my diamonds, and then claim. So the reason Alad bid 6 hearts over my 5 hearts there is because his 5 no trump would have already bypassed 5 hearts. So he knew he was safe in going 6 hearts. And Alad is explaining that as I speak. Yes. Um, yeah, 1430. It is technically on a guess, but I would have guessed right. Nobody else, of course, is in the slam because they don't have the tools that we do to bid a slam off the two-way finesse with the queen of clubs. Uh, this is going to be one of my nonsense overcalls here. I'm bidding one spade here, not because I have a good hand. I have a terrible hand, but more as lead directing than anything. And it's the boss suit. If we can buy the contract for 2 spades, even vulnerable, it's not going to be terrible. They haven't established whether or not they have a 4-4 heart fit, which, looking at my hand, there's a non-zero chance that they do. This pass is ominous, though. Yeah, so they did pass 3 spades, which is good for us. And they have a pretty normal compete to 4 diamonds. The one no trump there is saying partner, yikes in the spades. So I hope that they don't wise up and uh, pass. Hopefully West will rebid diamonds or something like that, and I'll get to escape. Please bid something East. Please, please, please bid something East. Alec might have a decent hand for his pass. There are hands you pass over one club because you don't have a reasonable alternative. He'll need it. I would expect East to be holding at least 5 spades for East's pass. It felt very heavy pass, and that makes my hand very bad. Alad seems to have actually a decent spade holding here. This is one of those hands where it's actually a decent opening bid, but he just didn't have a call over one club. So as it turns out, one no trump is going to be a terrible contract. Counting tricks here, we've got 2 spades and 2 diamonds off the top. 2 hearts once the ace and queen are gone. The problem is the club suit. It looks very dangerous. So um, Alad will drop his jack here. No, he doesn't drop his jack. I would have dropped the jack. Um, we're hoping for a heart continuation, but the club would be scary. So we've seen the ace queen from East. West with diamonds, but West hasn't shown up with anything else yet. Uh, and East probably has the queen of spades. Fortunately, we can afford to lose 4 more tricks in the club suit. Uh, if they do manage to unroll a 4-3 club suit, and I think East probably has 4 clubs, then we're again trying to figure out the position of the last winner in spades or diamonds. So Hearts got led. It was the unbid suit. It was a 4-3 fit. I don't know why neither of them led their suits when they had multiple chances to. No reason for Alad not to cash his 10 of hearts here. But this passive defense is a little bit tricky to unfold. Had East held ace king of clubs, East would have shifted to a club. Clearly, that's not the case. If West has honor small in clubs, oh, so this diamond helps us. I wonder if East has 4 clubs to 1 of the ace or king. West has 3 such clubs. So at this point, Alad has his 9 tricks, or 7 tricks, which should be good enough. But you want to beat 100 by getting 120. So we'll see what East pitches. 1 spade, and we know East probably started with 4 spades here. No reason not to throw a club. Will we see a second spade? Probably not. East is going to throw off East's 4th club. So East started with 4 clubs, 2 diamonds, 4 spades, 3 hearts. So this heart is going to force the 2nd club out of East. So now Alad, oh wait, no. East started with 4 hearts. Probably, well, East didn't double. 4 hearts, 4 spades, 2 diamonds, 3 clubs? Maybe. So East probably is winning the queen here. Now East has 2 cashing clubs, or the ace or the king, and West has the other high club. But still, 7 tricks is pretty good. You always want a plus score. So I think Alad does slightly better at the end there to actually duck clubs. If I skip ahead to the end of the hand, after seeing the pitches, after Alad wins his 10 of hearts there, if I look at the double dummy result, um, actually, he needs to hold on to a club and dummy. If he plays his 10 of hearts and throws a spade, if he ducks a club, he gets in with a spade, ducks a club. Oh, okay, yeah. So they can untangle it. 90, 90, 100. Wait, that was a top? I'll take it. Bizarre. Okay, so the question is 1 or 2. Um, I've got some defense. I don't want to pretend that I don't, so I'm going to bid 1 spade here. Yeah, somehow we've managed to pick it up a little bit. Oh, so somebody else found 6 hearts there. Good for them. Um, oh, they made 7. Those bastards. two spades, three hearts. I'm going to compete to three spades here with an extra spade. Partner probably doesn't have a lot for his two spades bid, but competing is usually the right call when you've got an extra spade. Some nice offense with the aces and kings. So we're up to 67.6. We need another similarly good round in order to make. Oh no. So clearly defending would have been the better choice here because Alad has a queen jack 8-4 and I have king 7, and that 9 of hearts is a singleton. So West's going to win the ace, give partner our breath, almost certainly, get a club back, and then put another spade through. So I've got another maybe one, two spades to lose, one heart, two clubs, couple diamonds. So what I think I want to do is make sure that the hearts are going to be good to throw clubs off on. So if I threw my king there, that would say, partner, I have a singleton or something like that. Um, the king of diamond switch is curious. Ace? No. That was a singleton. If Imtiaz, sitting east, has the ace of clubs, I'm going to be happy. But I don't think he has the ace of clubs. Just looking at the auction there, low diamond. Maybe, okay, he did have to rough with the ace. Now he's going to play a heart back, and that's going to get roughed. So I'm down at least one. And then I think I have two more heart losers. So I'm going to be down two more club losers. So I'm going to be down three probably. Oh, good. Ace of clubs on side. Okay, down two. That's fine. Still not a great board. It would have been better to defend hearts. But I can't not compete to the 3 level, non-vulnerable against vulnerable with a sixth spade. Just looking at other tables. We are a top board so far, so it's great. Unfortunately, that means that we're not going to hit our 70% game, unfortunately. Too bad. We had a nice game going. He's got an opening bid. We got a preempt here. I have a bad 7 count, so I'm not going to make any kind of negative double. No reopening double by partner either. So what's there to lead? Probably my sequence. This shows the queen. Dummy's pretty good with the 10 count. So there's 10, 7, maybe 12, 11. That's suit preference. I will say, partner, I also have the higher ranking suit. So I have something in spades. Three, 6, 3. So I think West has one more spade loser. The king held. What would the king hold? Aled will probably try to cash his king of spades right now. He might play a diamond. Oh, okay. Think there's another heart here? No. Okay, well, still. Making two. Unfortunately, yeah. Two hearts making is not going to be great for us. Not everybody's going to bid two hearts with a west hand. And even though it's making all day, it's still, you don't want to give your opponents a plus score, right? If we competed to something like three clubs, not a terrible contract. I think it probably makes exactly, so not going to be a great board. I've got my usual strength here, and looking back, three spades down to probably near bottom. Actually, it ends up being in the middle. A lot of disasters happening in north south, and also a couple of three no trumps being made on this hand. Um, is three no trump reasonable? By west, it's not bad. By east, it's not great. As you can see, three no trump by west, double dummy. Um, Still, it's bad, right? You need to have people who don't know how to do a hold up play in diamonds. I think, yeah, if North wins that ace of diamonds right away, hands over. Against this three no trump, I think the spade lead is a real killer, but North didn't bid spades at this table, so the spade lead wasn't found, or it was found, but then it went five of spades instead of jack of spades. Who can picture these things? So meanwhile, we're seeing one no trump, three diamonds, three hearts. So this is some kind of slam going auction. Absent any alerts, these are natural bids. We got six diamonds here. Um, I don't have any kind of lead directing double to make. My hearts are not good enough to call for a heart lead, so I will pass. Meanwhile, two hearts is rolling in, and it looks like it certainly beats Alad going down four in one no trump, but that probably isn't a normal result. So let's take another look at what we have here. The nine of hearts is led. The nine of hearts, what would this be led from? A doubleton, king, 10, 9, something? An active lead? Well, I'm going to encourage. Why not? Hi, Batsmith98. Well done. Drop the queen. Now I've got a club coming up here, so that's a good sign. Had he played the jack of clubs, he could have pinned partner's nine. This hand will come down to who has the king of hearts. And partners, his count says that he doesn't, or that declare doesn't have any more spades. He also doesn't have any more clubs, so I can afford to throw off my queen of clubs. And I should have the last trick. Making, well done. Nice little slam there. That should be a very good board for the opponents. East overbid to six diamonds, but it's making, so it's not an overbid. I don't know how likely anybody else is to be in that contract. In order to make it, you do need to get the diamonds right, or absent that, figure out the clubs. Still a very good contract, just hard to bid. Now, after that last round, this one seems to have been about an average board. This one, I don't know yet. It looks to be slightly below average just because they're getting a reasonable score. And then this will be near a bottom. So we're going to be dropping down to the low 60s after this round. Low 60s may or may not be good enough to win. We'll see. Let's join, which table do we want to join here? Maybe Eric and Rajan. So this contract is 3 no trump by East. So they did not bid up to the Diamond Slam. How many tricks can they take in no trump? Well, they can take quite a few. In no trump, of course, Rajan will duck from dummy. And, well, this is a very long hesitation to play low for 9-8 doubleton. But it's still the right thing to do to duck here if you're Rajan. I think it might have just been a connection issue rather than anything else. And he always has to take that risk there. So no harm, no foul. I wonder if anybody else is going to bid the six diamonds. So far, just the two results. Wait, hang on a sec. I guess this claim wasn't accepted. Um, Seems pretty obvious to me. Favorite Alad story? Uh, well, Alad was 16 when he doubled his partner. Wasn't playing with me, but he, as a child, he was not the ethical player he was now. So when his partner interpreted Alad's Bergen raise visibly to be a strong jump shift, Alad decided to double him to bar him from the auction in future calls, and then just bid four of the major. But he doesn't do that anymore because he is not a sneaky 16-year-old anymore. That's my favorite Alad story. Let's join Michael and Kevin. See if they got to six diamonds. They did not get to six diamonds yet, but it looks like they play a transfer to minors. Kevin just went three no trump. I bid wrong. No, you want to go to six diamonds, or even six no trump is actually on a heart lead the same as six diamonds. But of course, you can't bid it. 16 opposite 13, no shortness. Needs your probably 50% diamond suit to come down. Yeah, in six diamonds, you need either diamonds to work or the clubs to work, and you need to figure them out both. In no trump on a heart lead, you just need diamonds to work, and you don't have a backup in clubs. Yeah, he made a practice transfer to a minor. He does not want to play in three nut trump. He wants to play in six diamonds, but he doesn't know that yet. The club lead gives away a lot of the mystery here. So, assuming Michael plays the 10 from dummy and figures out the diamond tricks, there's six diamonds, three clubs, that's 9, 10, 11, 12 in spades and the ace of hearts. So, if all that gets figured out, and I think it should be, they'll take 13 tricks, which is more than the 12 on the other board we watched. But not bidding the slam means it's still going to be a bottom board for us. Oh, Alan seems to be spectating a table that's in six diamonds. Wow. Hopefully they will play for the drop in six diamonds. There's a saying called eight ever, nine never, which Michael hasn't seemed to have learned. Uh, Ever means take the finesse. So if you have an eight card fit, you're missing the queen. Instead of playing ace and king trying to drop the queen, you take a finesse. Uh, Missing the queen with nine cards, never take a finesse. You go ace king. Those eight ever, nine never, those are exaggerations of the truth, but they reflect the real odds in a vacuum of the best way to play particular suits. And you're going to take 13 tricks if you get the diamonds right and get the clubs right in whatever contract you're in. At our table, six diamonds only took 12 tricks because the clubs were guessed wrong. So we won't get an absolute bottom on the board. That might save us in the end. So this is probably the last board finishing. For some reason, there's 9 minutes left in the round. I have no idea why. I guess the last round was extra long. But we were at 67.6% going into the last round. The last round will certainly bump us down a bit because we had two averagest boards and one near bottom. So we're going to be at something like 63%, which may or may not be good enough to win, but time will tell. Somebody stopped in three diamonds. At least they found the right strain. So fortunately, we did manage to win with our 63.54%, beating the 63.12% of a different pair. So our winning streak is alive, even if our 70% streak is not alive. And most of the time in bridge, you play well, you get a good score. You play badly, you don't. But this time, I think we mostly played well, and we mostly got good results. We weren't getting the gifts we got last couple times, but we played well enough to get through some of the normal hands and managed to take out the win in the end. So let's see. Has this updated yet? It doesn't look like this last board has actually updated it. But it should be something lower than 66% because our last board was not good. But yay, we won again. And I credit the work we did putting into our system and practicing our carding. And so that's it for the stream. As usual, I stream at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I play the Hart House Club game. We usually win. We sometimes come in second. If you enjoy watching us uh, play a silly relay system and forget our bids, then tune in again. It's always great having you watch. And I'll see you guys. See you guys next time. Good night.